On the whole, once again, I've been quite happy with how EDG's been drafting. I don't know what's changed between last split and this one, but EDG, at least on that part of things, I'm pretty happy. Using the Ignite, which means that Hoya won't be able to recall before the wave's into turret. This is going to be a dive.
Early use of the Ignite. Over comes Xiaohao stacking up the 3 Talon Strike on the tower. Alright, Shin Towers, remember you need to do that. Still got the Audacious Charge and a Flash. Hoya tries to get out, and still the killer's donated about it. Not that you can do to stop you, because you do it very carefully, really, as the grand scheme of things.
When you lose the leader of a team, it was really a two-man show of him and Beige1. It's really, how do you show that same level of gameplay again, you know?
Difficult. Quite a lot of Palkia here. He's still got the crash down, and he's going to go in with it. And ZDZ just gets a massive sniff there. Wellington's going to come on up, but there's already the Hallowed Mist down. What do you do? Goes up with the Feather Storm. Can actually potentially pull some feathers back. There was the Rise who came on down as well with that Realm Warp, but now he's split off as the Weaver's Wall comes down. Ugly stuff from Thunder Talk. They only lose the one for now, but are thrown down. He gets to open the curtains. Setup being asked to take a bow. Flash Wind becomes lightning. And Xiaohao picks up another.
EDG looks so much more. Grubs to the side of EDG. And we'll start to put down some work on the spot lane turret. Get a play from that. A chance as well. So if you'd like to chime in, let us know your opinion. Sometime your input. ZDZ, pulling the ult out, forcing the Leap Strike away.
Again, caught on the turret with it, doesn't have a counter strike, and the needle's held. Really smooth stuff from EDG. They've got 3 grubs as well. This turret is dead to rights.
Just after the plates have fallen, of course, they fell off a minute ago, but ZDZ has been the pick already. They're going to get in a turret as well before TT are even finished with the outer one on bot side. This is brutal, because all of that goal is going into Talon and Shadow Assault. Harold's been started up, TT on it first, Hoya on the flank. Maybe TT can show us what they can do in the team fights.
There comes the curtain call, engage on the other side. The setup, Magnustone Bone, the setup needs to start running away. Xiaohao burns the Crescent Guard. Herald secured. ZDC in the back line now throwing out some more needles. Beginning to get a lot of damage done. Quickness comes on down. They do bring down Palkia. There goes down that counter strike from Hoya, but he's in the middle of 4 members and will die doing it. Herald for 2. They do
enemy team up for long enough, and EDG walk away with 3 kills.
I thought Feather had gotten out, and there is a dancing grenade followed him through the army, and he went down at the back end of it all. Palkia now being exhausted and run out. There's the Realm Warp. I don't think he's getting out this time, so TT getting a little bit of something on the board. The problem is elsewhere, Xiaohao is picking up a dragon.
Alright, so it's some gold back for TT, and while the support is dead, now you can use the Herald. This is not bad from TT, to the point actually where Palkia's dead, Herald's in mid lane, Jackie can walk down to the bot side of the map, they'll kill mid lane turret and get the dragon. This is a good turnaround for TT now. They needed something to get some wind into their sails, because they were getting blown out in this game.
Important that.
Okay, back onto the map now. Hex Flash setup does have Flash. Not a very high HP turret though. He's just hopped over the wall. Yeah, that's a dead Rise. He's gonna have a Flash. I don't think anyone's really gonna help him. Arn's walked into Aki. Setup flashes. I don't think that's a useful use of that summon. It goes down anyway.
Angel's still very high HP there. It's not the Seraphs to go through. So he's trying to like straight out in the PL picture. Arn does end up in danger from the trundle, but burns the heal and just runs away. Subjugate down into the fight we go again. Out comes the Feather Storm. Crescent Guard comes on down. Curtains are also called. Flash over the feathers, and an Audacious Charge brings down the trundle. Did not have the subjugate because he used it on Arn about a minute ago.
EDG are approaching the map in such a better way. I think we can see a little bit. You know, we saw a little bit of the macro coming out from TT post that Herald, but
you go like flying with wings on your back.
Could you imagine like a Esports Graveskin where his smoke
get a kill and just was about half a second late with the rocket belt
on the Akali. God, by the way, if you didn't catch the game 3 of Top Esports versus Invictus Gaming yesterday, flick back.
That's dangerous. Aki's got a subjugate. It doesn't matter. Flashes into his own grave.
The Atakan helping out with the slow on the kills on the people around them too.
Yeah, something like that.
So call it about 25 is 2.5k up. Hoya going in for the will be a 1v3 onto ZDZ. Yeah, they will get this kill.
Easy now in a spot of bother. Does get a fair amount of needles out. Doesn't have any more to work with. And the counter strike comes on down. Decent amount of healing, but there's a locket there at the end of it all, just in case a snip was about to come on through. Takes their time to do it though. That wasn't a very fast kill on the Gwen.
I might open up mid lane turn and one extends core.
He's got a flash, will need to burn it, but just doesn't get a chance and decides, look, if I burn it here, it's not going to be around for an objective. I just have to give up the death. Now someone's TP'd into this. Hoya does get out to safety. Turret goes down. Is now in a scary spot. Has got flash himself. Setup being zoned away here as Angel gets a fair amount of work done. He's got a third of his HP left. This is getting a bit scary. Vitalize is a nightmare at this point. We've seen more and more people pick it up, and the Unraveled Earth comes on through, and Unravel was what remains of Setab's health bar.
Xiaohao walking forwards. Kind of scary, actually, when the Shin and EDG are still up, you know, 2 towers, huge amount of pressure on the map. Look how many wards they have on the bot side jungle of TNT.
Yeah, that's still the Pope's title.
Look, okay, we can talk about Roman history another time. Baron's about to get down. Let's see what TT can do to respond.
2k HP, it's just gone. We'll not be able to get into the pit, and now we can return to our Roman Empire discussions. Probably not. We've got a fight potentially coming up as we have a little bit of fun here. Aki is going to get eviscerated. Well-timed pressing guard to deny Feathers engage. Throws down the quickness, but to what end? Hoya still hit with the bullets. And Xiaohao picks up his 5th for the game. So we need to look for more. Crash down, Magnet Storm, shot back onto Setab, and he will ensure he dies while Palkia trades his life out, but the Rise is a bigger prize than the Rel at this point.
EDG's Legion loses their Equites as the Horseman of Rel goes down, but it is a worthy trade, gets an extra kill under that tower. And EDG will march on the warpath forwards.
Onto the turrets we go. Base broken. The Legion marches forwards, decimating all that stand in their way. Don't you dare start talking about decimation and what it means. Even a turret number 2 will fall afterwards.
Of all the things you could say, that one annoys me somehow the most. EDG will back off, it won't be the death. Their macro player's been, and their team fighting's been good too. Doing that with a rookie on their side of Palkia, this apparent prodigy coming up from, not even coming up from LDA. He played a couple of games, I think, in Asia Masters. That's all he's had. Very little gameplay.
Asia Masters, Nest.
On NEST, rather. Very few games from him. He's had such a good performance in the first few games.
Angel picked up the Medjai's 4 items deep at this point, 3.5 on the Jin. And this Gwen is not exactly any weaker. What on earth do you do as Thunder Talk Gaming here? They'll throw down a Rune Prison onto the Rel, who maybe will fall, but no. And Xiaohao flashing to secure on the other side. Hoya gets onto one. Couple autos down, but again, just doesn't have enough remaining. Arn managed to get a captive audience down before Arn, or rather, Hoya could do all that much. Who had to flash out, still gets hit by the curtain call. Aki's there, as is what X said, at least gets one back. Maybe could get another, but it is a feel-good moment at the back end of a feels-bad game. And EDG